Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So you may see I've got almost I look a bit different. The entire kind of setup is a little bit different. This is because Sam borrowed my camera today. I have had to borrow his. It's got a different lens on. It's a more of a zoom lens, so I've had to move the camera forward, although I may appear a bit further back. So it is something to get used to, bear that in mind. It may look a bit weird, but for my other videos, it should look how it normally does. But anyway, so today you may want to know what the makeup is. So we're going to do a foundation review today. Today we're reviewing the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. I have the shade 1 Fair. This is supposed to be the lightest shade. There are 12 shades. And I don't feel like 12 shades is enough in this day and age. I feel like if you're going to introduce a foundation line, 16 is probably the minimum that you can, with a view of expanding. Do you know what I'm saying? So then you have shades 1, shade 3, shade, do you know what I'm saying? Space it like that, and then you can introduce more shades. That to me is, in this day and age, how it kind of should be done. I feel like although it visits both ends of the spectrum, don't get me wrong, it does go light, it does go dark, there aren't enough. So like I said, I have the lightest shade. I'm going to insert some swatches down below so that you guys can see how this foundation compares to some of the other foundations in my collection. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation in the lightest shade Fair. This is NYX Total Control Cover Drops in Pale. This is the Body Shop Fresh Nude foundation in Chelsea Porcelain. And this is the LA Girl Pro Matte foundation in the lightest shade Ivory. So with it saying Light Wonder, I'm assuming this isn't necessarily going to be full coverage. I could be wrong. It could just be super luminous. So we're going to have a look at the claims on the website. So it says that this shade is supposed to be in neutral beige shade for very fair skin tones with cool undertones. It's supposed to help smooth, hydrate, illuminate and minimise pores and reduce wrinkles. It has SPF 15. It's ideal for people that have dry, normal and combination skin that want sheer buildable coverage. So this also has 40 mils, which is more than your standard kind of foundation. So this foundation would be £24 for the 30 mils, but they sell it as 40 mils, so you'll be paying 32. But I like that. It kind of feels a bit more affordable, and that way you're kind of getting more products, so you only have to go and buy back and purchase once. Reduces a bit of waste that way, which I kind of like. So this is supposed to be sheer. I'm more of a medium kind of coverage person, but it says it's supposed to be buildable, so we will be testing that out in this video. You'll see me apply it, everything like that. We're going to do a full day's wear test. So if you want to see how this foundation looks on my dry to combination skin throughout the day, then please keep on watching. And if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you press that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload. So as you can see, we've got the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. So I swear I've had this foundation in my drawer for ages. This is the lightest shade, I believe, 1 Fair. I'm quite interested in this foundation. When it says Light Wonder, I'm thinking it's more likely to be light coverage. So it comes out fairly quickly. I've got quite a lot on my finger. So as usual, you guys know I do one side with a brush and one with a sponge. This foundation is spreading rather far. There was far too much on the cheek, so I'm just blending it down the neck. So this is definitely a satin finish. So this foundation is a touch dark for me. You can kind of see around here the difference. It does have a slight fragrance to it. It's not super strong though. It's not Dior Face and Body Strong. So I'd definitely say it's got a luminous finish. The coverage is about low medium with a brush. I can still see everything coming through. So I'm getting a bit more dry at the moment because the weather's turning a little bit cooler, but it's not clinging to any of my dryness, which I like. I always exfoliate before doing these reviews because I think that's what you do on a normal day. I don't want it to affect the foundation. Dry patches, it's just not attractive no matter what foundation you've got. And it's looking okay. It definitely needs smoothing over with a sponge, but I'm fairly happy with the finish so far. I think it looks really nice and glowy on the skin. Like I said, it's about medium coverage. I don't think it's anything special in terms of smoothing or anything like that. And I feel like it's oxidized almost since I put it on. It is looking darker the more I look at it. Honestly, I feel like this is quite liquidy, so I feel like a sponge is going to soak quite a bit up. I've got about the same amount of product on either side of my face, so we're going to see how it goes with my LA Girl sponge. As I've mentioned in the past, I do prefer, generally speaking, using a sponge with foundation, just because it gets like a beautiful smooth finish without having to then go over the brush side with a sponge anyway, you know. But the only problem is sponges just tend to soak up more product. This is like generally speaking. That is like so different. You can probably like even see like it's just all textury and stuff. Like all my texture is completely emphasised on the brush side. It looks far smoother on the sponge side. So I'm going to smooth this cheek out initially, and then we'll see whether like I like the coverage a bit more with a brush, and then do my forehead depending on what I think looks better. I'm not sure if it's like me or the brush, but smoothing it out, it looks definitely better, but it doesn't look as smooth as the sponge side. So I'm definitely going to do my forehead with the sponge. So now it's looking about like low medium highlight coverage. Like you can still see everything coming through. It's evened out my complexion mostly, but it is nice and glowy. It looks really skin-like actually. That's what I'm thinking. It looks super natural. It doesn't really look like I've got any makeup on if you like do that and you can't see my neck. I'm going to see if it's buildable. So I'm going to pop a little bit on the cheek, see if I can build it up. So this is building quite well. Like I'm definitely getting like a nice high medium coverage now on this cheek, and it just looks so pretty. I'm always one of those, I would rather use more product and it look nicer than use like less product, and like the case has been with the brush, it not look quite so flattering. It just looks so pretty and flattering on the skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the rest of my makeup on and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I'm back. So I've probably had this foundation on for like an hour now, to be honest, because I've been doing the rest of my makeup, I've been doing other stuff. I put my false nails on because I'm off for a week. So I used the Elegant Touch London Mink Nude nails, and they're not doing like the 0.5 sizes anymore. It might just be that pack, but I like the 0.5 sizes because I feel like my nails need them. But anyway, they are so nice, and the Elegant Touch nail glue is one of my absolute favourites. I feel like it's like properly strong, but not so strong that if you need to take your nails off, you can do it and it's not going to hurt you or anything like that. So I really do like that glue. But anyway, back onto the makeup. So I feel like the foundation's looking really good. I did have to powder it, but it's looking so good. And I'm so happy with it. You can still see some of my imperfections coming through here, but I don't mind that. It looks fairly like natural. I mean, after you put the rest of like your makeup on, it doesn't always look so natural because I go quite heavy. But otherwise, I'm so happy with it so far. It looks really pretty and really flawless. So on the rest of my face, I used the Kiko concealer in shade 2. For my powder, I used the Revolution Pro Finishing Powder in translucent. For my bronzer, I used L'Oreal Back to Bronze. For my blush, I used the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. For my highlight, I used my new Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extreme in its Diamond Glow. They came out with loads of new shades of this, which is why I picked this up. And it's just, oh, it's so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of like how reflective like an Ofra one is, but like almost more blinding. It's so pretty. For my eyebrows, I used my Revolution Redemption palette. For my eyeshadow, I used the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette. For mascara, I used the Benefit Roller Lash. For lipstick, I used the Kiko Milano Instant Colour Liquid Lipstick in the shade 3. I'm sure it's just the shade 3. It doesn't have like, you know, like a name. I also used a new setting spray because I wanted like a 100ml one for travel, and I like a more affordable alternative. I'm also like into the scented ones actually, but this to me, the scent is a little bit strong. Like the coconut scent of the MAC Fix Plus isn't super strong. This I feel like is quite strong. So this is the I Heart Revolution Fixing Spray with the vanilla and coconut scent. And it's alright actually, it has settled the powder down fairly well. I do feel like I have to use quite a bit of it, but then it's still probably a bit more affordable in terms of, you know, volume used. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's everything I used. I'm hoping this is going to last really well throughout the day. So we're going to go throughout the day, do a couple of check-ins and see how it wears. So I've had this foundation on for about 5.5 hours now and it's still looking really good. All of my products still here. I am talking through this fairly quickly because I'm running a little bit late, but it's holding really well. This lipstick, not so well. This is the Kiko lipstick. I've had to top it up and it's still a little bit... But otherwise, like, I'm really happy with how the foundation's looking. Like, it still looks exactly the same as when I put it on 5 hours ago. So I'm super happy with it. I'm hoping it's going to last the full 10 hours. So I've had the foundation on for about 10, 11 hours now. And honestly, like, I'm looking in the mirror, and I did have like a contact lens appointment today, and it transferred like a little bit onto the thing, like here and here, but it doesn't look bad. Do you know what I'm saying? I still think the foundation looks good. I feel like my product still held really well. I'm honestly still kind of really happy with it. Like, I don't know, I'm not having any problems with it, and I haven't like heard of this foundation before I tried it, to be honest. I would wear this day in, day out. I think I'm probably going to pick a bottle up. I have another sachet, so I am going to try it out again just to make sure I like it. I had to touch my nose up like a tiny bit, but that's kind of it. So I would totally recommend this foundation. I'm really happy with the result. It's been like a great video today. So if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you press that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload. Thank you for watching.